Well, good evening. Ethan back for another beer review. Tonight, I'm going to be doing a beer I'm very excited about, the Coffee Peanut Butter Cup Porter. Porter with peanut butter powder, coffee, and lactose. I got this at Trader Joe's near me for $3.99. I believe it's only sold at Trader Joe's locations. Um, I'm looking on the Trader Joe's website right here, and it's showing it says only offered in Trader Joe's locations. It's sort of a dessert beer. That's kind of what it's intended to be. It's out of Campanology Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin. I guess that's how you say it. It sounds like an Indian word. Um, this bottle is 1 pint, 6 ounces, which is 24 ounces. Yeah, 16 pint. Yeah. No, 22. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I caught myself. 22 ounces. Sold at Trader Joe's. 9% alcohol by volume. See if there's a Best Buy on the bottle. I don't see one. Could be on the underside of the cap. But I want to go ahead and read some of these things about it on the Trader Joe's website. $3.99. I got this at Trader Joe's. It does not have a rating on Beer Advocate, although I've seen other people do written reviews. It doesn't have an official Beer Advocate, letter grade, like 84, 95. All right. Campanology Coffee Peanut Butter Cup Porter. It says beer for dessert, dessert beer, both please and thank you. Campanology Coffee Peanut Butter Cup Porter, typical of porters, is a dark beer. I've not had many porters. I've had more stouts than I've had porters, and they're very similar, porters and stouts. I think Guinness Draft used to be called a porter, but they changed it to a stout, but it could still be considered a porter. I think a stout is just a stouter porter. Typical, similar brewing process. I think they toast the malts a little longer with stouts. I'm not a brewing expert, and I know with a lot of stouts they'll age them in oak barrels, but I do not believe they do that with porters. So if it's barrel aged, it's going to be a stout, not a porter. I think for me that's probably the easiest way to differentiate between the two. Okay. It starts with more sugar than usual, roughly 30%. This makes the end result sweeter. The extra sugar provides more food for fermentation, which also results in higher gravity, in this case 9% alcohol by volume. It's brewed with chocolate malt, roasted barley, and coffee. Milk sugar contributes a creamier mouthfeel, and some peanut butter powder gives it, hints of peanut butter. These nutty notes ride on top of the dark, dense porter body and play upon the more prominent chocolate and coffee flavors. What's the occasion for this beer? No need to be specific, although it makes a good end to a savory meal. It also serves nicely as a liquid dessert by itself or paired with one or two of our famous Trader Joe's dark chocolate peanut butter cups. No, I don't ever pair dark beers like this with food. I just drink them straight up by themselves. That's just the best way to have them to me. Something like this, I would never eat something with a beer like this, because drinking a beer like this is almost like eating something. It's so heavy and robust. I'm assuming, I haven't tried it yet. The only time I'll eat with beer is if I'm drinking something like a Budweiser, a light macro, something that's designed to go along with food, like beer and pizza, hot wings and beer, chips and dip and beer, Coors, Corona, Miller, Coors Light, Bud Light, all good to have with food. This is not something I would have with food, but again, you can pair it with food if you so choose. We hinted at this in an episode of our podcast, Inside Trader Joe's, way back in June, and now it's finally here. We're selling each 22 fluid ounce bottle, which is what this is, of Campanology Coffee Peanut Butter Cup Porter for $3.99, plus deposit where required, while supplies last. And there's a little asterisk, and it says only available in Trader Joe's stores where beer is sold. Alcohol availability and price may vary due to state laws, taxes, shipping fees, and other such stuff. So only available in Trader Joe's stores where beer is sold. So you can't get this anywhere else. So I'm glad I was able to pick it up at Trader Joe's. I'm very glad to live by a Trader Joe's. A lot of people don't have that luxury, I'm sure. No smoke. Very nice chocolatey aroma. Let's go ahead and give it a pour where people can see. Oh, wow. Look at all those bubbles. Cascading bubbles. Massive 4+ finger head. Wow. Such a rich, dark cocoa, coffee, chocolate, everything that they say is what it smells like, and much, much more. Wow. It almost smells like a chocolate sugar Starbucks drink, like a mocha frappuccino. That's almost what it smells like. It's been forever since I've had one of those at Starbucks, but I'm kind of getting that on the aroma, that yes coffee, yes chocolate, but sweet. When they talk about the 30% sugar to make it a sweeter, more dessert beer, I'm really getting that. They weren't lying when they said that. It's like a brownie almost. A brownie in a glass. Head dissipates pretty quickly. Very dark appearance. Can't see your fingers through it. Nice dark khaki head, dark brown, not a black appearance. It might be lighter than Guinness Extra Stout. It's not black. It's very dark brown with maybe a tad bit of maybe some burgundy hints when the light touches it. But not black, very dark brown. 9% for the Coffee Peanut Butter Cup Porter. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Whew. Sweet. Very, very sweet. I mean, this thing is sweet. Did I say sweet enough? Man. It's like a brownie. It's like a chocolate cookie, coffee, chocolate drink. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. It really is a sweet beer. Almost too sweet for me. Not a heavy mouthfeel. I will say the 9% is very well hidden. It's not coming through at all on the flavor. The sweetness just overpowers any sort of alcohol note you might get, or IBU. I'm not sure what the IBUs are, but they're not high based on what I'm getting. It is just upfront sweet. It's just like a punch of sweet. If you like sweet, or if you have a sweet tooth, this is the beer for you. Very chocolate. Just chocolate more than coffee. Again, like a brownie. Whew, this is a sipper. This is so sweet, you can't chug this. I'm just going to go ahead and put the cap on it and refrigerate the rest, because I won't be drinking all this right now. But I don't think I've ever had anything like this. This is very sweet. This is the sweetest beer I've ever had. The can is interesting, or the bottle. It has like a Doberman Pinscher looking dog or something. It's like a little, I guess that's like cocoa or something. There's a little coffee bean, a little chocolate bean. No, that's a peanut. I'm sorry. There's a little peanut and a little coffee bean. You can see right there. That peanut butter powder, I'm almost kind of getting that. Really more than a peanut butter powder. It's almost like you took a chocolate breakfast stout or something and like dumped like cocoa in it. That's kind of what this tastes like. Though it's not quite as stout, or it doesn't have as full of a mouth feel as those. But the sweetness is just right there up front. For a score, what would I give this? It's a sipper. I mean, with how sweet this is, you would not want to drink this quickly. I do not recommend drinking this quickly. Oh boy, we'll give it a 92. I like it. It's very tasty, but it's almost just too much sweet for me. It's too sweet, if I'm being honest, and I would much rather prefer to be honest. Just call it like you see it. It's a little too sweet for me, but it's certainly not lacking flavor. It's complex. If you like chocolate, if you like coffee, and I do love coffee, I drink probably 2-3 cups a day. Not a big fan of chocolate though. I've never been a chocolate guy. I like it. I like chocolate ice cream, but I don't crave chocolate, is what I'm saying. If I'm going to crave a food, it's going to be like pizza or a ham sandwich or something, or like hamburgers. So the chocolate is a little too much for me. So that's why it gets a 92 and not like a 95 probably. If it didn't have the overpowering sweet chocolate notes, I'd probably give this a 95. But I'll give it a 92 since I'm not crazy about the sweet, very overwhelmingly sweet chocolate notes. But 92 is fair. It's a well-made beer. It doesn't. I'm sure if you have a sweet tooth, you would love this. Great dessert beer. I mean, drinking this, you wouldn't have to have dessert. You just eat your meal and then drink a little bit of this, and you're good. That's like having a, brownie fudge sundae in a can. -92, A-, we'll say, for the coffee peanut butter cup porter. Very glad I picked it up. It definitely caught my eye right off the bat. Nice, bright colored, attractive bottle. And I've been meaning to try more porters and stouts, especially porters, though, as that's probably a style of beer that I've had the least, or I've tried beers made in the style the least of. So glad I tried it. 92 from Trader Joe's, the coffee peanut butter cup porter. If you live near a Trader Joe's, I recommend getting it. There are other reviews for this on YouTube that I have not watched yet. I wanted to wait and watch them until I reviewed it, so there was no bias. But there are many other reviews for it. Louisiana Beer Reviews, Ronald Terrio, he did a review of it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it probably right after this because I'm very eager to see what he says about it. He's been reviewing beer for years. He has a great YouTube channel. But now that I've reviewed it myself, I want to go and see what other people say about it. So, yeah. Coffee, peanut butter cup porter. get it and try it. It's an experience. Thank you for watching. Cheers.